To thank everybody for your coming out and having us. And I know Kyle and I are very excited to be here, obviously at the Barclays Center. Thrilled that we're coming back here for the Atlantic 10 tournament. Obviously last year was something really special for our fan base and our team, and hopefully we have an opportunity to replicate what happened last year and bring a great crowd back here. Shirtless Herd and Rose Thrill filled this place. We need it again, but just really excited for this season to get going. We got a great young bunch, a little bit different than last year where we had a bunch of older guys who kind of had their professional routines of greatness, as we call it, but really excited for our young talent. Got a lot of depth, a lot of excitement with athleticism, led by this guy right here, Kyle Rose, and Angel Charlton with fantastic leadership. So really like our group, a bunch of really good guys who are working their tails off.
We'll open it up to questions. We ask you to wait for the microphone. We'll start here with Sam, and then we'll go to the back right for Pat.
Sam Basil, House of College Hoops. Kyle, Fordham has prided yourselves on your defense for years, and in your 5th year with the team, do you feel like that kind of starts with you?
Well, I'd like to say thank you for allowing me to be here today. But yeah, I feel like that does start with me and also the coaching staff. I just wanted to give my teammates an opportunity to realize that it doesn't take just scoring the basketball to affect the game. So if we could defend and also rebound, because that's our standard, then we will be the best team that we can be.
Go in the back. Keith, I know you mentioned having so many guys back, and that's got to be a nice security blanket, but you also lose Moore and lose Quisenberry, and that's a lot of scoring punch. How is that process kind of going, trying to figure out how to replace a couple double-digit scorers when you have a lot of good players, but maybe not somebody that's played in that sort of a role at this level?
Yeah, it's going. We're going to find out pretty quickly here, but again, we love our versatility. We got a lot of young guys with some great skill, but we pride ourselves on the defensive end, just like Kyle said. So looking to create some turnovers, get out in transition, use our depth and our athleticism, because that's a strength for us, but got a lot of eager guys to show what they can do with the ball in their hands. So we'll be able to spread it around a little bit more, but again, our culture is based off of defending and rebounding, creating turnovers, and trying to get out in transition. And I think, our fan base is going to love the type of athletes we have on the floor this year.
First row here.
Coach, 2 questions from me. One, had a great season last year, unexpected. You congratulations on the contract extension. Do you feel additional pressure this year because of the success of last year?
Well, because of the contract extension, no, I don't feel pressure. But thanks, Coach Cole, as we call him. But there's no pressure, honestly. We put in a lot of work to this. We have a tremendous staff. We have great young kids that are working as hard as they can, and for us it's just to continue to try to get better each and every day, build young men, and I think our staff and our institution have done a tremendous job bringing in the right student athletes. They're working, again, every day to become the best team they can be by the end of the year. That's our goal, whatever that is. Last year, the best team we could be was playing in the semifinals. This year, that remains to be seen. Right? So for us, it's just trying to show up, get 1% better each and every day. If we continue to do that, I think we're going to like the outcome come March.
And you talked about the youth and versatility that you have. Can you tell us about some of those players, young players that you expect to make an impact?
Yeah, there's a number of them, honestly. Guys like Angel Montas coming off an injury, can play multiple positions, transferring Josh Rivera out of Lafayette, really explosive power forward. Will Richardson, as a sophomore, has the opportunity to take another step, become an all-conference player. Abdou Tsimbila has been working as hard as I've ever seen him work. He's healthy again, playing off of both legs and really making an impact. Young guys like Romad Dean had a tremendous summer. The light switched on for him. His level of effort and energy. Elijah Gray at 6'8", 6'9", his ability to put it on the floor, grab it off the rim and push it in transition. Kid like Noah Best, who's a redshirt freshman, really coming along with his long length, great at the top of a press. Transfers like Japhet Medor, who arguably could be one of the fastest guys I've ever had on the court. So we got a lot of versatility, guys who can switch on defense and get out in transition, so it should be exciting.
We'll go here on the left.
Coach, you said the best outcome that can be? Last year was the semifinals. What do you think the best outcome this year could be?
I have no idea, quite honestly, and that's truthful. I mean, obviously everybody talks about championships. That's the ultimate goal, making the NCAA tournament, hearing your name called on Selection Sunday. There is nothing quite like that. I feel like we have enough talent and depth where that could be a possibility, but you just never know. There's so many different factors. We got to continue to get better. We got to mature, and obviously we got to stay healthy. Who knows what it could be?
Hey, Coach, Lloyd Carroll from the Queens Chronicle. I know you got to worry about your own program, but I was curious thoughts. That new coach who's coached that college team in Queens. Is this a case of high tide raising all boats? Because New York has not been a great college sports town in terms of media attention. I was just curious if you're concerned about your program getting overshadowed, or is it a good thing that, or maybe a little both? I'm just curious to get your thoughts.
It's Coach Pitino. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer and a legend in our profession. So I'm just thrilled that we get an opportunity to play Madison Square Garden on December 16th. Raucous crowd that Saturday afternoon, I can guarantee that. And it'll be a thrill for me. I mean, it's a lifetime dream to be a head coach in general, but then to be coaching on Madison Square Garden floor as a head coach against Coach Pitino will be a thrill for our student athletes, our fan base. But we focus on ourselves. I can't really, unless he's going to pay my bills, I can't really focus too much on him. But naturally, it's raised the level of New York City basketball, and he's done a tremendous job. But again, Fordham, I think, is heading in directions that nobody's used to, thanks to our leadership and some of these student athletes. So we're just really excited about our own program.
We're going to go to David, and then we'll go back. David Jablonski, Dayton Daily News. Coach, how do you approach that period in the spring when your season ends and the transfer portal is heating up and dozens of players are jumping in every day? How does that work for you guys?
Well, I believe the Atlantic 10 was second most transfers in the country, so it's obviously an issue throughout the league. However, we didn't have any. And I think that's a testament to our institution. It's a testament to our staff. We didn't have one transfer, so we didn't have to worry too much about it. We got great young men who were trying to do something really special at Fordham. A really good staff that develop honest relationships with our players. So, for us, it didn't affect us as much. Now, we did bring in 3 transfers, all 3 which we had a relationship with before they went to wherever institution they came from. So, it's an interesting time in college basketball. It's not changing, so you got to jump on board, figure out what makes sense for you. The 3 kids that we brought in, we feel fit our locker room, which was the most important piece. They're student athletes that want to be a part of Fordham's institution and what it has to offer, as well as they were really good fits in our locker room with our current players.
Kyle, you've played alongside Antrell Charlton for the last couple of years. What makes him such a good fit for what you guys do at both ends of the floor, and just how vital is he for what you are going to do this season?
Just Antrell as a person is pretty resilient, and he also is going to give it all he got. Just to have him on my side and knowing that he's behind me, having my back at all times, it's a plus. Antrell also has great knowledge of the game, so his ability to lead and know the game, it takes our team to a different level. And Antrell is our Swiss Army knife as well, so this year he's looking to do bigger things and take care and lead, also take a bigger step and lead in this year without any experience.
We'll go to Chris and then Sam.
Chris Powell, Couch Coach Live. Cal, obviously you're one of the best perimeter defenders in this league. Is there any, as far as a player influence, where you model your game after?
Yeah, I brought in my game after Drew Holiday and a little bit of Marcus Smart. Just having that tenacity and bringing it every day. It's like no days off on defense, and you want to take a step back and realize it's nothing but a mental thing, and just telling yourself, I won't allow this person to score on me, or I'm going to give it all and give it all for my teammates, and understand that they have my back as well, just as much as I have them.
Sam?
Kyle, you talk about your defense and just the importance of being a leader. In your tenure at Fordham, where have you found places to improve this offseason?
Really, it's been developing my routine of greatness, as we would call it. Just so going in every day with a professional mindset, and coming in and getting my work. I develop in all areas, honestly, but majority like my jump shot, and also just staying focused on defense. I don't want to lose track of what I'm good at in my niche. So if my niche is defense, I'm willing to bring more defense and also help the younger or the less experienced to better their defense.
Take time for 2 more. We'll go back and then Lloyd. Keith, you mentioned Abdou a little bit earlier and just the value that he brings. What, given how vital defense is to you, to have a rim protector like that, how valuable is that for what you guys are trying to do?
Well, it's fantastic. It allows you to get out on the perimeter, pressure the ball a little bit, knowing you got a rim protector and an enforcer. And honestly, he's looking as good, if not better, a lot better than he ever has. Again, he had a little knee scope at the end of the season, and since he is playing the best basketball of his career. He's dialed in each and every day. He's such a mature young man that he comes in with a fantastic attitude each and every day. He knows what his strengths are. He's worked on his weaknesses, so he's going to be more of an offensive threat this year. So I couldn't be more thrilled with his development. And it's a testament to the type of young man he is off the court. He is fantastic, very mature. And he has some leadership qualities in him as well, and he's been very, very influential with some of our young bigs like Elijah Gray.
Kyle, we sometimes sports writers tend to forget about the college and college sports. So I want to know what you're studying, what you enjoy about going to school in the Bronx, and if you've had any name, image, and likeness offers you can talk about.
Yeah, I had a few, honestly, but just growing up in Maryland and then taking this trip to New York, going to school in New York, it's been a pleasure to me, honestly. The Bronx community has welcomed me with open arms, and also the Fordham community has been there for me all the way, every step. That's part of the reason why I've never left this community, this program, is because of just how open arms they have been and how caring they have been for me, and noticing they have really been a part of my growth as a man, not only as a player. So I really like being here at Fordham, and I really could never leave. You feel what I'm saying?
And what are you studying? What are some of your favorite?
Oh, I'm studying communications and organizational leadership.
Oh, very good. Thank you.
Coach Urgo, Kyle, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.